This is such an exciting day for all of us as we recognize you, our graduates, and all of your achievements. I am honored to stand here and look out at this 2017 graduating class. This is truly a proud moment for me. You know, I am often asked what I love most about serving as Coastal's president. I can tell you what stands out most is when I hear about our students reaching out to do great work in their communities and in the world. Whether it's serving as a peer mentor for a fellow student, working to raise money to benefit Relay for Life, engaging in a building project to help others in need, or collecting food for the families to have a holiday meal, these stories make me feel like a proud father. Community engagement is a hallmark of CCU. Your fellow CCU graduate, Tabby Shelton, has made community engagement the cornerstone of her life. Tabby has a heart for helping children in crisis, and she serves our community as founding director for an organization called Fostering Hope. Every month, she is leading the way in helping meet the needs of 200 children in foster care through donations of clothing, shoes, and hygiene items, as well as school supplies, toys, books, and homemade quilts. Fostering Hope provides a tremendous comfort for these children who often have suffered some form of physical, mental, or emotional abuse or neglect. Every day, graduates, you have a chance to help someone, to add value to someone's life. And we hope that as you leave us, you carry this with you and continue to make serving others an important part of your life. To begin our ceremony, I ask that you please remain standing if you're able for the presentation of colors by the Coastal Carolina University Army ROTC Color Guard. The national anthem will be led by graduate student Courtney Gruber, and the invocation will be delivered by Reverend Henry Moody.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang loud, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let him get the flag set.
I invite you to pray with me. In both eager anticipation and profound remembrance, we gather, O Lord, and those of us who are people of faith ask you to be present among us according to the various ways we perceive you and believe in you. As we convene near the coast, bless this mountaintop moment. Give us thankful hearts in this time marking both endings and beginnings. rejoice with us in how these graduates elect have grown in the areas of intellectual vitality, moral agency, aesthetic appreciation, and creative engagement, and in how they have been empowered to facilitate fiscal vision and responsibility, enliven to extend hospitality by helping people find renewal and refreshment, and able to ensure that commercial endeavors are effective, efficient, and accountable. Bless them in this time of transition, and as they enter their respective vocations, proceed toward further education, or continue discerning their futures. Let this commencement lead them all into a future of integrity and accomplishment. So now bless this assembly, and let all that we say and all that we do be pleasing to you. In your most holy name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Moody, and thank you, Courtney. Please be seated. I am honored to introduce all who are with me on the platform. I ask that they stand as I call their name and ask that you hold your applause until all have been recognized. Our Coastal Carolina University Board of Trustees: William Biggs, Chairman of the Board; John Bartell; Samuel Frank; Natasha Hanna; Carlos Johnson; Charles Lewis; George Mullen; Dr. Orrin Smith; Patrick Sparks; Delane Stevens; and William Turner. Commencement speaker and honorary degree recipient, the Honorable Luke Rankin. Dr. Charles Sasser, honorary degree recipient. Dr. Covia Stanley, honorary degree recipient. Dr. Ralph Byington, Provost and Executive Vice President. Dr. Barbara Ritter, Dean of the E. Craig Wall Senior College of Business Administration and Vice President for Executive Development and Career Services. Dr. Daniel Ennis, Dean of the Thomas W. and Robin W. Edwards College of Humanities and Fine Arts and Vice President for Academic Outreach. Dr. Sarah Hottinger, Dean of the University College. Dr. Michael Roberts, Dean of the College of Science and Vice President for Research and Emerging Initiatives. Dr. Edward Jadala, Dean of the Spadoni College of Education and Vice President for Online Education and Teaching Excellence. Dr. Roy Talbert, Professor of History and Distinguished Professor Emeritus. Dr. Renee Smith, Chair of the Faculty Senate. Dr. Deborah Connor, Vice President for Campus Life and Student Engagement. The Reverend Henry Moody of the Coastal Carolina Chaplain Council. Todd Setzler, President, Coastal Carolina University Alumni Association Board of Directors. Rebecca Roberts, Senior Interdisciplinary Studies major, to introduce today's speaker. Monica Bell, Associate Professor of Theater and today's announcer of student names. Margaret Fain, Senior Faculty Member and Carrier of the University Mace, and Daniel Lawless, University Registrar. Thank you. I would also like to recognize our student marshals. As student alumni ambassadors, they have been chosen to lead the faculty and students in the processional. Leading the platform party today is Alexis Booth. Faculty were led by Savannah Harden. The students were being led by Austin Clark. Thank you for your participation. The college banner carriers are appointed by their deans to represent their respective colleges and graduate studies. Banner carriers are as follows: Benjamin Counts, Graduate Studies; Madison Rayner, College of Humanities and Fine Arts; Kaylee Gassaway Ray, College of Business; Olivia Bertelson, University College; and Hannah Stout, carrying the university banner. Thank you. Our accomplishments in life come because there are others around us, guiding us, coaching us, and sometimes even stepping in to help us during times of need. Today's celebration is the culmination of years of dedication by you, our graduates, with the help of those who have guided your success. I'd like to recognize some of those who've played that role. Behind me are some of the finest faculty that any university could ever ask for, and I'd ask for them to stand. Now, will all of the mothers, fathers, and other family members who have shared this journey with your students please stand to receive some well-deserved thank yous from our graduates. Thank you. At this time, I am pleased to introduce Coastal Carolina University Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Mr. William Biggs.
Thank you, President DeCenso. On behalf of the Coastal Carolina University Board of Trustees, I congratulate the class of 2017 for reaching this milestone in your lives. I also want to welcome our faculty, distinguished guests, families, and friends. We are so glad you have chosen to share this day with us. Graduates, you're the reason for being here. It is our hope that through you, the mission of Coastal Carolina University is not only fulfilled, but is vibrant and flourishing today and in the future. We work to help you become knowledgeable in your chosen fields, and equally as important, that you are prepared to grow and be productive, responsible, healthy citizens with a global perspective. This is your day, and I'm proud to have each of you become an alumnus of this great university. From this point forward, you will represent your alma mater in all that you do. Remember the values of CCU: truth, respect, integrity, and excellence. As you cross this threshold, know that your character, achievements, and services to others will contribute to the greatness of Coastal Carolina University. Now, I want to say there is a group here. You're very proud of your accomplishments, and you should be. Today's a great day. But there's another group here that's even more proud than you are, and that's your family, your parents especially. As most of us that's had children graduate know, it fills your heart in a way that you'll only know when you have a child graduate. But at the hotel yesterday, I got to meet a mom, and we sat and talked, and she was just telling us how proud she was of her son, you know, just what his accomplishments were, how much he loved this university. And I told her, I said, well, I'm going to call him out, and he's going to wave at you. So Alan Michael Hall, stand up. Where are you, Alan? Come on. Tell Mama you love her. I told you I'd get him. But I also want to say something else. I understand your dad is a retired member of the United States Navy, and I want to thank you for your service to our country, not only for your son. Thank you very much, and go out and do great things.
Thank you, Chairman Biggs. I now invite Provost and Executive Vice President, Dr. Ralph Byington, to join me in recognizing a retiring member of the Coastal Carolina University faculty.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good afternoon. The Board of Trustees recognizes qualified retiring faculty members with the title of Distinguished Professor Emeritus. This title acknowledges the value of an accumulated record of teaching, research, and community service. Today we are recognizing Roy Talbert. At this time, I ask Dr. Talbert to come forward and join President DeCenso. Professor Talbert grew up in the heart of the PD, earned his Bachelor's of Arts at Furman University, then continued on to Vanderbilt, where he earned a Master's and PhD. His academic specialization was U.S. social and intellectual history and 20th century U.S. history. After leaving Vanderbilt, Dr. Talbert headed to the Pentagon as a counterintelligence action officer. Dr. Talbert came to Coastal Carolina University in 1979 as the Chief Academic Officer and Associate Professor of History. During his time at CCU, Dr. Talbert has chaired the Department of History, chaired the Lawrence P. and Jane P. Clark Endowed Scholarship Committee, held numerous leadership roles, and published many books and articles. We thank you, Dr. Talbert, for your 37 years of service. You will be missed by your department, your college, and the university. Congratulations.
Congratulations. At the evening ceremony, we will also honor Dr. Kathy Jones, Professor Emeritus, College of Education, who is retiring after 10 years of service. During each commencement, we recognize the graduating student or students whose stellar academic work has qualified them for the President's Award for Academic Achievement. I ask that Hattie Adeline Jordan, receiving her Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration and Economics, to join Dr. Byington and me on the stage. Hattie has earned a perfect 4.0 grade point average for all of her collegiate work. Congratulations, Hattie. In addition to Hattie, during tonight's ceremony, we will recognize Madeline Ann Lee, Bachelor of Science in Marine Science with a minor in Applied Mathematics. Dr. Byington?
I ask Rebecca Becky Roberts to come forward to introduce today's speaker. Rebecca is a Conway resident who was born in northern New York and raised in New Hampshire. Before coming to Coastal, she worked in banking, volunteered for youth theater, and during the summer of 2015, drove 11,000 miles around the country on a solo tour of 10 national parks and 40 states. This trip inspired her to finish her education, and she transferred to Coastal shortly thereafter. Rebecca graduates today summa cum laude with a degree in interdisciplinary studies, a concentration in quantitative risk analysis, and a minor in actuarial science. She's a member of the Students Advocating Gender Equality, College Democrats, and the Omicron Delta Kappa and Phi Mu Epsilon Honor Societies. Rebecca is a proud employee of Shant 411. After graduation, she plans to pursue a career in the insurance industry as an actuary. Becky?
Thank you, Provost Byington. It is truly my privilege and honor to stand before you today as a student body representative and introduce today's speaker. The Honorable Luke Rankin has served Horry County in the State Senate since 1992. He graduated from Conway High School and earned his bachelor's degree from the University of South Carolina in 1984, followed by his Juris Doctor in 1987. He began practicing law in the same year after being admitted to the South Carolina bar. Senator Rankin serves on the Banking and Insurance Committees, the Education Committee, the Ethics Committee, the Transportation Committee, and the Judiciary Committee in the State Senate. As our senator, he has focused on obtaining funding for roads in Horry County. He has helped secure funding for the Conway Bypass, the Carolina Bays Parkway, and Grissom Parkway, among other road projects. Senator Rankin was instrumental in enacting small business tax cuts, property tax relief, and ethics reform to stop untraceable money from entering the political system. We are truly appreciative of all his efforts and representation for all these years. Please join me in welcoming State Senator Luke Rankin to deliver the commencement address.
Thank you, Becky or Rebecca, for that kind introduction. And I'd also like to thank President DeCenzo and the Coastal Carolina Board of Trustees and a host of others that represent Coastal Carolina University. While I'm quite confident I do not deserve the honor of being here to speak to you, I am nonetheless deeply grateful for the opportunity. And while I'm passing out all these thank yous, let me get to the most important one of all, and that's to the class of 2017. Thank you, Coastal Carolina, class of 2017. Thank you and congratulations. You've made it. So, students, stand up. You need a break anyway already. Parents, attendees, stand up. Join with me as they give themselves perhaps one more standing ovation. Depending on how long this ceremony lasts, you will thank me later for that break. I know how hard each of you have worked to get to this big day, and at times I'm sure you wondered if this day would ever come. Each of you here is a unique human being. You've got and have faced unique challenges and different battles. And you were inspired by different mentors along the way. And you drew from different experiences along the path that led you to this landmark event. To be here today means many things. It means you've shown discipline and perseverance. You've demonstrated both intellectual curiosity and a drive to succeed. And it also means you've been blessed by all the people who care about you, your family and friends and teachers. All of which means this is indeed a time to be proud of what you've done. But, as you heard a moment ago, it's also a time to be grateful for the support of those who love you. Being here today brings back a flood of memories for me. I remember facing one of the big obstacles in my political career, and trust me, there have been a few. And if you're doing it the right way as well, there'll be many ahead for you too. That memory involves this great university, which today becomes your alma mater. It was 1992. I had just been elected to the South Carolina State Senate. I was a little older than many of you here today, with the exception of a few, and God bless you for coming with the gray hair and the later year accomplishment. But I showed up in Columbia at the State House, wide-eyed and full of optimism. I was ready to change the world. One of the first things I wanted to do was to help an institution of higher learning that used to be called the University of South Carolina, Coastal Carolina College. I wanted to help it become its own independent university. Many of you know this, that USC Coastal, as it was called then, was established back in 1954, established as a satellite campus to the main mother campus in Columbia, University of South Carolina. But Coastal Carolina grew quickly, not just in the number of students who walked her halls and learned in her classrooms. The campus had also flourished as an academic hub and quickly became an integral part to the community in which we sit today, as well as our economy. In other words, the campus had outgrown its role as a satellite of USC. It needed to strike out on its own, to evolve, and to realize its full potential. And I quickly learned that change is hard. It's hard for everyone, but it's especially hard, as you know, with government. Now, a team of lobbyists, the USC heavyweights, and defenders of the status quo fought the change. And I mean, they really worked hard. Those with gray hair behind me know the struggle and the fight that was put up. Now, there are 170 legislators in the State House, 124 House members, 46 senators. And my one vote of independence in support of that effort wasn't a drop in the bucket. or, given where we are, a drop in the ocean. So what do? We fought back, and we fought back harder. Now, a whole lot of us who wanted to see independence for USC Coastal Carolina came together. We leveraged the power of our collective voice. We offered a new vision for the school, and we made our case to the state, to the elected officials, to the media, and to anyone who would listen. Now, we all know how the story ends. The diploma that you read today does not bear the name University of South Carolina, Coastal Carolina College. The story is, the rest of the story is, we won. In 1993, legislation to grant this school its independence passed the South Carolina General Assembly. Governor Carroll Campbell, the late governor, ended up signing the bill into law right here on this campus. And I have proudly hanging from my office wall a picture of that bill signing ceremony. Now, that bill signing was a lot like a commencement ceremony. It meant Coastal Carolina College, then soon Coastal Carolina University, had graduated from a long series of tests, trials, and obstacles. And the time had come to launch a new phase in the life of this university. It was a time for it to begin striving to achieve its full potential. Very much like all of you here today. That's the definition of the word commencement. It's a beginning, which also means it marks the closing of something else. On this day, you leave one era in your life to begin another. But you should never put your past or your time here on this campus behind you. Remember what you've learned. Remember all the things you did right and what you did wrong too. Remember and know both. And that which you did wrong, the mistakes you made, know that those are powerful teachers. Mistakes we all make. Now, I'm sure there were those nights that you chose a party or a date when you know you needed to study for that test or finish writing that paper or finish that project. And there may have been many nights where you chose to study instead of the lighter things. I'm just guessing, but if you all didn't make the right decisions at least a few times, you wouldn't be in the seats that you occupy here today. Now, I'm not going to stand here and tell you, focus only on the future, that none of the past matters now, because it does matter. All of these experiences, both the good and the bad, matter a lot. They are the markers on the path that you have taken thus far. And if you learn from these experiences, they'll help you reach where you want to go. Again, I'm guessing many of you have already figured that out. It's said that good things happen in our lives, all the victories are the sources of joy, and that those things are to be savored and to be celebrated. And I can agree with that. But I can also tell you, from my experience both in the world of politics and the world of law, that while you celebrate your wins and your victories and your successes, you learn more from your losses. Those hard lessons oftentimes linger, and they linger sometimes for life. The choice is whether you grow from them. Now, one of the big losses in my life had nothing to do with politics or law. It involved the loss of my father, who 3.5 years ago left us. He lived a full and well-lived life. His name was Ogden A. Rankin. Many folks where he came from didn't know how to say, let alone spell, Ogden, org, og. And oftentimes he would say you needed a stiff drink and 2 deep inhalations to pronounce his name. With a name like that, obviously, there's no question you'll end up with a nickname. So beginning in high school and college, his friends noticed just what sort of guy he was. He never quit, he never gave up. and was quite stubborn. So they nicknamed him Rock. And that name stuck with him throughout his life. And one of the greatest blessings in my life was to have him to teach and guide me. And if there's one thing I'd like to leave with you all today, it's the mantra that my father, Rock Rankin, learned in college and would later teach me and would later teach his grandchildren. Now, I wished I'd listened more and talked less during my time with him. But I managed to have this lesson stick with me. And it's expressed in 3 simple words: observe, record, correlate. Observe, record, and correlate. Now, at first, it sounds like a method scientists use in their experiments. But as the years have gone by, and the more I observe, I've learned that my father's 3-word mantra is really a profound philosophy of life. Number 1, observe. Pay attention to the world as it unfolds around you. Take time to see, to learn about others. Learn their stories. And I don't mean just the gazillionaires or the folks on TV, the celebrities who pontificate about how you should live to have a successful life. Carefully observe the people who you interact with every day, from the highest to the most humble, paying particular attention to the latter. Now, there's a story that I came across a few years back about the CEO of Charles Schwab. Walt Bettinger is his name. And one of the biggest career lessons he ever learned. It was in a business strategy course during his senior year of college. He had maintained, like Rebecca and like a number of others that we've heard and will again celebrate later today, a perfect 4.0 average all the way through college. And he wanted to graduate with a perfect GPA. But it all came down to one final exam in that business course. He says that I'd spent many hours studying, preparing, memorizing formulas, all in preparation for this big final test. They walk in to the class. The teacher handed out the final exam, and it was on one piece of paper. Once everyone had their paper, he said, "Go ahead and turn it over." Both sides were blank. Next, the professor said, "I've taught you everything I can about business in the last 10 weeks. But the most important message, the most important question is this: what's the name of the lady who cleans this building?" He said it was the only test he ever failed, and he got the B that he deserved. Her name was Dottie. He said he didn't know Dottie. He'd seen her, but he'd never taken the time to ask her name. His lesson: I've tried to know every Dottie I've worked with ever since. That experience, he says, was a great reminder of what really matters in life, that you should never lose sight of people who do real work. So, observe. Get to know those people around you, their thoughts, their struggles, their fears, and their dreams, and get to know their name. Second, record. Observing doesn't mean much unless you record the results, right? So remember what your observations have taught you. What worked well for others? How can the mistakes you've made or those you've seen made by others be avoided? Make mental notes. And the really important stuff, write it down, put it in your laptop, put it somewhere where you can go back and reread those notes from time to time. All in an effort to never forget. And of course, the third essential step is correlate. Weave those experiences, lessons, and observations into your philosophy and the values you live by. Let it govern how you conduct yourself with your family, your friends, and those in your communities. And use that philosophy to forge your path through life to form the way you treat others. The Bible teaches about the golden rule, to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If we follow that rule, the world is a better place, right? If we follow that rule, And if we all strive to help others and to have the hearts of servants, we live in a better place. In the Bible, Micah 6:8 offers this to sum up this philosophy: to do justly, love mercy, and walk humbly with thy God. And with that, I have said aplenty. I've said enough. Class of 2017, well done. Enjoy your day, cherish it, celebrate it. Then begin your tomorrow with hope, humility, and hard work. Set your goals and never, ever, ever give up. Congratulations, God bless to you, and Godspeed to you on your next chapter in life.
Thank you, Senator Rankin, and thank you for all you've done for Coastal Carolina University. We really appreciate it. Today, as we celebrate our graduates, we also celebrate individuals whose achievements have strengthened and enriched the life of our nation. I now ask Trustee Stevens to join Provost Byington and me at the table as he escorts. Yeah. Senator Rankin. I am pleased and privileged to present the Honorary Doctorate of Public Service to Senator Luke Rankin. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Coastal Carolina University, acting on behalf of the people of the state through the General Assembly of the state of South Carolina, I confer upon Luke Rankin the degree of Doctor of Public Service, honoris causa. Congratulations, Dr. Rankin. I now invite Dr. Charles Gregory Sasser to join Chairman Biggs and me and Dr. Byington at the side table. Dr. Sasser practiced general internal medicine in Conway from 1974 to 2013 after completing his residency at the University of Colorado. He served as the Chief of Staff and Chief of Medicine at Conway Medical Center, as well as Medical Director and President of the Board of the Mercy Hospice of Horry County. He later served as president of the American Academy of Hospice and Palliative Medicine, and he continues to practice these areas of medicine today in retirement. Dr. Sasser recognized the needs of patients who were at the end of their lives. This was the beginning of his quest to establish hospice care in the local community. He carried this initiative beyond Horry County, becoming a pioneer in palliative care on a national level. When the Hastings Foundation honored him with the Cunniff-Dixon Award for End-of-Life Care, they described Dr. Sasser as a model and mentor to generations of palliative care and care providers. I am pleased and privileged to present the Honorary Doctor of Science to Dr. Charles Sasser. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Coastal Carolina University, acting on behalf of the people of the state through the General Assembly of the state of South Carolina, I confer upon Charles Sasser the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Congratulations, Dr. Sasser.
I'm deeply honored. Thank you very much.
I now invite Dr. Kovia Stanley to the lectern. Dr. Stanley served coastal South Carolina as a physician and minister for the past 20 years. He's trained in OBGYN medicine for his residency at the University of North Carolina School of Medicine at Chapel Hill and earned his master's degree of divinity from Virginia Union University. He is a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force Reserve's Medical Service Corps and served as medical director of Horry, Georgetown, and Williamsburg counties for the South Carolina Department of Health and Environment Control from 1998 to 2013. Since 1999, Dr. Stanley has been the pastor of Mount Calvary #1 Missionary Baptist Church in Conway and is moderator of the Kingston Lake Missionary Baptist Association. Dr. Stanley is the recipient of the James A. Hayne Award, which is the highest honor for public health awarded in the state of South Carolina. He worked with the Medical College of Virginia, establishing great collaborations with the departments of OBGYN, pediatrics, psychology, and social work, all establishing protocols for holistic approach to care. When he moved to Horry County to provide public health leadership for the Waccamaw region, he got to work addressing the high rates of teen pregnancy and premature births. He began building collaborations with other departments, including social services, juvenile justice, and mental health. In describing Dr. Stanley, the nomination committee credited him with establishing a standard of service and compassion, battling health disparities within Horry, Georgetown, and Williamsburg County until he retired in 2013. And now it is my great pleasure and privilege to present the Honorary Doctorate of Science to Dr. Kovia Stanley. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Coastal Carolina University, acting on behalf of the people of the state through the General Assembly of the state of South Carolina, I confer upon Kovia Stanley the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Congratulations, Dr. Stanley.
Good evening. I thank God for this great honor, and I think in terms of my beloved mother, Lumina Stanley, who's an alumnus of Whittemore High School in 1994. And I thank my father, Kovia, my wife, Lillian, and my sons, Kovia and Quinton. And I thank all of you for your prayers and support. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the time you've been waiting for. It's time to graduate our students. Provost and Executive Vice President Ralph Byington will join me again to present the candidates for degrees.
Thank you. Students who are graduating with academic honors, summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude are noted in the program, as well as those who have achieved multiple degrees. Students who are eligible for graduation with honors wear the embroidered official white stole with the university seal at graduation. Also, students who are members of the honors program, the Wall Fellows, the Jackson Scholars, the Swain Scholars, Teaching Fellows, and the Dyer Fellows, or other selected university honors programs are eligible to wear the university stole. Students wearing the teal and black cords have earned the Trustee Award. Will the class of 2017 please rise? Mr. President and members of the Board of Trustees, it is my pleasure to announce the presentation of our degree candidates.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the people of the state, acting through their representatives in the General Assembly and the Board of Trustees of this university, and on the recommendation of the faculty thereof, I confer upon you the degree for which you have been recommended, which entitles you to all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations, graduates. At this time, I ask if the first row of candidates would follow the marshals, if everybody else would please be seated and listen to some special music provided by the Coastal Carolina University Brass Ensemble.
Dean Barbara Ritter joins President DeCenzo to offer congratulations to degree candidates from the E. Craig Wall Senior College of Business Administration, earning the degree Master of Accountancy and Master of Business Administration.
Ali Al-Obeid. Courtney Elizabeth Raymond. Tiana Monique Chapman. Eric James Church. Brinson Edward Korn. Summer Pauline Cumby. Jarius Orel English Macmillan. Joshua Klein. Shadidria Mertlisha Maben. Dwayne Deshawn Price. Michael Thomas James Reeves. Kyla Van Gran.
Dean Edward Jadala joins President DeCenzo to offer congratulations to the degree candidates from the Spadoni College of Education, earning the degree Master of Education in Instructional Technology.
Miriam F. Fisher. Jeremy Lee Heinold. Jacob Daniel Shire.
Dean Daniel Ennis joins President DeCenzo to offer congratulations to degree candidates from the College of Humanities and Fine Arts, earning the degree Master of Arts.
Frederick C. Crosby II.
Dean Barbara Ritter joins President DeCenzo to offer congratulations to degree candidates from the E. Craig Wall Senior College of Business Administration, earning the degree Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science in Business Administration.
Jasmine Danae Adams, cum laude. Lawrence DeLeslie Altman II, cum laude. Bradley Charles Anderson. Courtney Jamil Anthony. William Gordon Ashby. Joshua Kwaku Austin. John Tyler Barras. Ashley Nicole Beankin. Erin Teresa Betzko. Anna Victoria Bratcher, magna cum laude. Lauren Marie Caldamon. Bruce Randall Callahan, Jr. James Michael Kavanaugh. Cassandra Anna Maria Elena Chitara, magna cum laude. Carissa Nicole Clayton. Zachary Ryan Cooney. Donald Leon Crummett III. Brendan Nicholas Cullen. Luke Evan Curry. Alyssa Lynn Damacantonio. Louis Dargent. Derek Dwayne Davis, magna cum laude. Noah John Davis. Trevor Hamilton Dean. Alexandra Jurek. Lacey Brooke Dorman, cum laude. Chad Curtis Ferguson, magna cum laude. Jesse Barry Fernandez. Jordan Taylor Floyd, cum laude. Mandy Lynn Frank. Kylie Ashton Fulham, cum laude. Nisha Tierra Fulmore. Cara Marie Funk, magna cum laude, honors program graduate. Cody Michael Geisler. Madison Faye Gore. Tyler David Gracken. Michael David Gress, Jr. Lindsay Marie Grice. Presley Hunter Grooms, magna cum laude. Shane Stewart Heinel. Alexander Dominique Hale. Benjamin Joseph Hamill. Sarah Catherine Hannon. Casey Danielle Harrington, magna cum laude. Christopher James Harris. Edwin Victor Harris, Jr. Kevin John Harris, magna cum laude. Mark Evan Harrison, cum laude. Thomas Michael Hughes. Brian Matthew Hunt. Ryan Vincent Ilardi. Richard Benjamin Ivy II. Kadarius DeAnthony Jackson. Melinda Carissa Jackson. Kenneth Chase Johnson. Hattie Adeline Jordan, summa cum laude. Caitlin Marie Jordan. Patrick Nicholas Kane. Christopher Patrick Keene. Thomas Robert Kramer. Connor Addison Kendrick. Dara Kular, cum laude. Austin Dean Kushmer. Taylor Nicole Landis, cum laude. Trey Dylan Laney. April Marie Lemansky. Jacob Daniel Lewis III. Sarah Marie Lisa. Gabrielle Jessica Mason. Zachary James Mayberry. Jamie Carleen Maynard, cum laude. Patrick Adam McDowell, magna cum laude. Tea Linesha McInnes. Yancy Wayne Methvin, magna cum laude. Eric Michael Miller, magna cum laude, honors program graduate. Brent Anthony Minter. Jonathan Taylor Montz, magna cum laude. Ridge Corbin Moss, cum laude. Ariana Devon Nelson. Hannah Grace Overly. Stephen Pasanante. Mansi Patel. Brandon Charles Caleb Perry. Elizabeth Pietra Reed, magna cum laude. Nathan Lawrence Riegard. Ryan Zachary Richter. Jacob Wesley Roundtree. John Russell Rowland. Hunter Chase Sanders. Ashley Nicole Shettold. Charlotte Amelia Simpson. Dewan Shaikel Singletary, cum laude. Hunter Riley Skaggs. Elizabeth Christie Slusher, honors program graduate. Zachary Richard Smith. Serena Elizabeth Solomon, magna cum laude. Jonathan Ray Stanley, cum laude. Zachary Nathaniel Staub. Joshua Vincent Stilley, magna cum laude. Courtney Elizabeth Stocker. Shannon Alexis Sullivan. Ryan Anthony Sylvester. Jordan Anthony Tennant. Gina Marie Toscano, magna cum laude. Lorenzo Nicholas Turner. Tyler James Tutino. Brianna Lee Tyler. Mikhail Dimitrios Vlahos. Alec Armando Vozella, cum laude. Catherine Bell Walker. Jared Matthew Werner. Noah Jeffrey Whitlock. Austin Joseph Wilkes. Charles Shibley Williams. Morgan Haley Willis. Lucas Allen Woodside, cum laude. Joseph Nelson Wooten. Megan Christine Yelton.
Dean Daniel Ennis joins President DeCenzo to offer congratulations to degree candidates from the College of Humanities and Fine Arts, earning the degree Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Fine Arts.
Lolita Marie Adams. Jason Eric Atkinson. Kenneth John Burkle II. Nicole Lillian Birkebeck. Jackie Sue Briggs. Brian Christopher Bronowski. Shekinah Venice Brunt. Christina Marie Caravella. Kristen Ann Carafano, magna cum laude. Decoya Lachey Carruthers, cum laude. Jameson Carter Chestnut. Kyra Alaya Clemens. John Michael Coleman. Annie Laurie Kraft, summa cum laude. Jackson Hughes Cummings. Caleb Daniel Dady. Kendall Ray Davis. Chelsea Eudora de Champlain. Sean Michael Dublé, cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth DeWallaby. Rachel Marie Drummond, cum laude, honors program graduate. Tyler Dane Estlow. Nicholas Lucci Fiorella. Robert Christopher Fletcher. Jennifer Flores. Dylan James Freeman, magna cum laude. Alana Brianne Frierson. Caitlin Ashley Gandy, cum laude. Hannah Nicole Garibaldi. Ian Douglas Gibson. Maria Elizabeth Graham. Alan Michael Hall. Latara Jade Ham. Houston Dwayne Harrelson, cum laude. Christian Lloyd Harrison. Tidra Matisse Hendricks. Monica Marie Herman. Logan Drake Hewell. Madison Nicole Hibbs. Carl Lee Hutchison. George Bonifant Hyde, Jr., cum laude, honors program graduate. Napasha James. Victoria Elizabeth James. Antonia Saira Joyner. Dallin Norman Jones. Sloan Avery Jordan. Dimitri Joseph. Kevin John Josiger. Joshua Paul Kinzia. Alexander Blake Klein. Taylor Ann Kranz. Jonathan Patrick Kraus. Kaylee A. Larimore. Brandy Charmaine Lewis. Cameron Frederick Lind. Brendan Joseph McCormick. Andrea Lauren McNeil, magna cum laude. Brock Matthew Merritt. Sarah Elizabeth Mulrady, magna cum laude, honors program graduate. Sarah Marie Naven, magna cum laude. India Naraya Neal. Kevin Vin Nguyen. Dennis Patrick Nolan. Ethan Thomas Olkavikas, magna cum laude, honors program graduate. Erin Nicole Owens, cum laude. Alexandra Parashkos. Charquavian Demario Pendergrass. Kelsey Elizabeth Pike. Walsh Denton Poe. Pamela Kelly Peace-Mini, magna cum laude. Troy Michael Ramsbacher, cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Riemann. Joseph Gandolf Riotto II. Jacob Lee Reisner, magna cum laude. Amanda Nicole Rizzo. Tierra Narisha Rogers. Taryn Virginia Russ, magna cum laude. Madison Schatzel. Charles Michael Shark, Jr. Sloan Marie Seiler, cum laude. Andrew Simons. Madeline Quincy Smalley. Cassandra Latia Smith. Brittany Bushnell Sutherland, cum laude. Margie Simone Spivey. James Russell Strippy III. William Hunter Taylor, magna cum laude, honors program graduate. Justin Wayne Thomas. Paris Mackenzie Tyndall. Monica Lynn Trepaccioni, cum laude. Kimberly Nicole Uzzle. Justin Lee Waite. Deandra Latrice Williams. Sierra Lynn Wilson, magna cum laude. Christina Elizabeth Winter, cum laude.
Dean Sarah Hottinger joins President DeCenzo to all congratulations to degree candidates from the University College earning the degrees Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies and Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Studies.
Jamie Lee Barkdal, cum laude. Arnell Khadidra Bellamy, cum laude. Alexandra Blilinik. Brianna Maria Caspento. Nolan Thomas Frechette. Brittany Page Fuller. Timothy Merle Grieving. Joshua McAllister Hoffman. Christopher M. Ingram. Matthew John Cardley. Rebecca Ferson Roberts, summa cum laude. Frank Allen Sanford, cum laude. Kyan Kelsey Schrouder. Shonda Evangela Sherman. Raven Shaliza Smith. Alexandra Simsuk. Jaree Tolbert. Maria Philomena Zecca.
Let's give them all a round of applause. One last thing, graduates. Would you please stand? To signify your status as a graduate, would you move the tassel on your mortarboard from the left to the right, right to the left? Signify graduation. Congratulations. Please be seated. It's my pleasure to introduce Coastal Carolina University Alumni Association President, Mr. Todd Setzer. Todd?
Thank you, Mr. President. Good afternoon. I am honored to be here with you today on this monumental day in your life. More than 30,000 alumni from all 50 states and numerous countries around the world join me today in congratulating you on your hard-earned achievement. Welcome into this exclusive group we proudly call Teal Nation. Members include an Emmy-nominated actor, an Olympian, the CEO of one of Canada's largest money management firms, and the head coach of the 2016 College World Series National Championship baseball team, just to name a few. We look forward to following your rise to greatness. As a new graduate, we are providing each of you today with a one-year membership into the Coastal Carolina University Alumni Association. Through the Alumni Association, I know you'll discover many opportunities to stay engaged and involved with your alma mater. In the years ahead, I hope you continue to stay connected to CCU as an alumni, as a volunteer, an ambassador, or through a financial gift as a proud donor. By continuing to support and strengthen your alma mater, you will receive a much greater gift. Be proud and celebrate this day on your great accomplishments. And remember, you will forever be a Chanticleer and a member of Teal Nation. Congratulations.
Thank you, Todd. Before we close the celebration, please join me in recognizing all the individuals from throughout this institution who have planned and prepared for weeks to make the celebration of your accomplishments a memorable and special occasion. Thank you. And I certainly want to wish each of you the happiest and safest of holiday season. Graduates, at Coastal Carolina University, we follow a beloved tradition that takes place as you leave commencement. Faculty members will line the exit on each side to congratulate you, ushering you through the next stage of your life. As you go, be inspired by the words of your fellow alumnus, Tabby Shelton. Life is not a dress rehearsal. There is no way to discover where life is leading you if you don't go for it. So go for it. Congratulations. We're proud of you, and you're always welcome back at this special place that we call the Teal Nation. Congratulations, graduates. Now, if everybody would please stand and join in the singing of the alma mater. The words are printed on the back cover of your programs, and I ask that you remain standing for both the benediction and the recessional.
We come to you to lead our search and learn to reach beyond ourselves, below the earth, beyond the stars, to form our dreams for better years. Here, green and bronze in nature light, sweet pine forests that surround us, ocean waters that sustain us, reflect your standards that prepare us. May we return in thought and care to share your promise of enrichment and celebrate and sing our praise for Coastal Carolina.
almost thought I'd never get a chance to pray you out of here. May I invite you to pray with me again, please? We thank you, O God, for knowledge increased, for challenges met, for wisdom acquired, for friendships made, and for the promise of the future. We thank you for Coastal Carolina University and the gifts this visionary institution of learning has bestowed on these graduates. Bless them all, we pray, that they may be blessings to others and to the world you have made. As life for them beyond this place commences, continue to travel with them. Grant them comfort when the road gets too rocky and direction when the road seems too unreasonable, and challenge them to proceed when they get too comfortable or complacent. By your grace, help them make a difference and help them make this wondrous world a better place. In your holy name we pray. Amen.